Hi, we're going to make another sock puppet today. Are you looking for something to eat? He is. Watch out, baby trees, because here comes Mr. Beaver. Join us. Hi, this is Tweek, and this is Scrap. She's one of the first puppets I made, though I didn't make you on the show, did I? And I think she's adorable, but because she was kind of new, and I was kind of learning what I was doing as I was going along, her face is really stiff. I can't manipulate her like I'd like to with a puppet. I thought I should rename her Botox because her face doesn't move. But we're going to make another cat, or so I thought, because Scrap needs a friend, don't you? Scrap needs a friend. So I'll put her over here by Outro and Pudge, and I will say that when I work on puppets, my inspiration comes from fabrics that I have kicking around, hats, scarves, gloves, you name it. And I like to go online and look in clearance areas for trapper hats. So here's a trapper hat. And when I see fur like this, I get ideas for puppets. This kind of fur, if you go into a fabric store, this kind of faux fur is anywhere from $30 to $50 a yard. So I try to find fabrics that are more reasonable, and they come best in the form of hats because part of my construction is already done. So today, I'm going to make a cat? No, because this looks like to me a beaver. So we're going to make a beaver. And here we go. I've got the trapper hat here. I've got an old felt hat that I had cannibalized, and I needed the felt, you'll see, and a sock. There's always a sock in the puppet where you can put your hand up and manipulate the puppet. And then I've got a few other pieces here to augment the puppet, and I've got a glue gun and some glue and a couple of googly eyeballs. I always start with the sock, and I put it on my hand to see what we got going here. The heel of the sock ends up being where the head is going to be, but we're not going to see too much of the head on this beaver, and I'll show you why. I punch in the toe of the sock to make the mouth, and this also gives you maneuverability once you get your finger in there, your hands in there. This hat has a very nice soft black lining, and I'm going to put my hand in here to get the face and get the maneuverability for the puppet. His body's kind of squishy, and I want to add some support to that. I'm going to take off the sock, and this is where I'm going to use this old felt hat. It's going to give me just enough stability to hold the body in place. And bonus, as I was futzing around with it, it not only helps hold the body in place, it's still soft but it doesn't collapse. Now I have a place to attach the beaver tail. So we're going to get to that too. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue to hold this fabric in place inside the hat. I'm just going to tack it down so that it doesn't come back out. Do your thing, hot glue gun. Do your thing. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more. See how that's going to stay on the edges. Now this flap here is good for where I'm going to attach the tail, but it's too wide. So I'm going to, the fabric I'm using for the tail is a piece of mat that I had kicking around. I'm going to shape the mat so it looks more like a beaver tail. So let's do that first. Take a scissors, and I'm just going to round it out a little bit. Okay, there I have my beaver tail. That's, I think, okay. I'm going to pull a little bit of this edge off. Just work with it till you get a shape that you like. And now I want to, I'll have a nice place to attach the tail on this fabric, and then I'll cut away the fabric I don't need. Okay, gonna need another stick in a minute. So we've got our tail. So I'm just cutting away the excess, and if I have to tack down with some more glue, I can do that. I take it right back and saving back this extra felt because black felt always comes in handy. Let's make sure that's going to stay in place. Tap it up a little bit more glue just to make sure. And let's put a little more down here too. Okay. So here we are so far. We've got his body and a little beaver tail. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to come up to the front. Okay. Black sock with some gray trim. This is where the head would be, but so much of this is going to be buried inside the body. I'm just going to work with it, and I'm going to measure to where I think I want his face to stick out. Let's see. So I'm going to give a tuck here, and I'm going to, right now I'm going to glue his face inside to the fur. Keep your fingers crossed that this works. Okay. And let the two fabrics meet and squish them together. And let that hold for a second. See how that's going to stay? Good. Now, on this hat had a strap to it. And so there's two little spots here of where the leather strap was. And I just cut the strap off, but I thought that is a perfect place to put his hands. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue to tuck this in. And we're going to have two little hands for our beaver. And then I'll make some fingers that come off. So let's first put a little bit of glue. We're going to lose some of our fur, but that's okay. For a good cause. We're just going to snuggle it together. And now I'd like to make some little fingers for his hands. They have little 5-fingered paws with little claws. I'm not going to do claws. So I am going to just kind of wing it here. I'm going to make a little wrist. And I'm going to cut out the overall shape. I've got lots of felt in case I mess this up. Okay. What do you think? So that would be on this side. I'm just going to lay it right next to the fabric. Give it a big bunch of glue. Okay, one little hand. And I'm going to use some of the fur to come up around it. So what do you think? Does that look like a little beaver hand? They have little teeny hands that they use for grabbing the wood, the big fat teeth. We'll have to give them some big teeth too. Okay, so now we're going to do another one. What do you think? These little hands? That's really cute. Okay, that's glued on. So what I'm doing is I'm adding glue to the fur, and then I'm throwing the sock, pressing the sock up into it carefully because my hand is in that sock, but I need my hand in there to properly position where I want the fur to be. So very carefully put some glue on the fur. I'm going to feel some warmth. Hopefully the fabric will protect me a little bit. And flop this down. Okay, that's warm. Let that sit for a minute. And it is sticking good. Now I have to somehow do it to the other side. I think I'm going to hold my hand out. Good. Right. I can really hold it down. Do the other side. Wow. Look at what's happening here. Oh my gosh, this is getting cute. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just gonna stick the fur to itself. And that gives his face more definition. His little hands are still flopsy. It hides his sock a little bit. And he's gonna have a real face here. This is cute because a little bit is sticking down on top of his nose, which is nice. And I'm going to place his eyes right in here somewhere. Up on the little beady eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. However they turn out is how they turn out. What are you going to look like, little beaver? We'll see in just a moment. And I'm going to push this little googly eye in. There's one eye. The other one's going to go right over here. So he's got eyeballs now. We need teeth and we need ears. Let's do ears. Little teeny little round ears. Hardly worth mentioning, but they're very cute. So let's do this. And they're round. And they're very little. So I'm just going to go around. There we go. Go right in here. I'm just going to let them set in the fur. And pinch the glue so that the glue comes around the felt and the fur and holds it in place. There's one ear. Stand, good. And here's the other. Look at from the back. That's so cute. Now I want a little bit more of a nose, so I'm going to put a tiny piece of foam in there to give that nose some structure. And then I'm going to add the teeth, and I think we're going to be done. A little more. Okay. Here we go. Here comes your nose. It's funny how a little teeny piece of foam changes the whole animal. You think, oh, no, that is really cute. Actually, you're starting to look like a bear. I don't want that. You need your teeth. So, okay. We're in there. We've got our nose. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue there so that he's got a happy face. I don't think you need tongue or anything. I think you just need teeth. So let's give you your smile. The foam helps a lot to give him some structure. Oh my goodness. These things crack me up. I never know how they're going to turn out till they're turned out. I got an idea, but I never know. Okay, there's your nose. Let that set for a second. There's his nose. Now you need teeth. He needs very impressive giant beaver teeth. And to do that, I got a piece of old placemat. And so I'm just going to measure till I get something that I like. This stuff is really nice to cut up too. A little bit thinner. All right, now they're starting to make me laugh. So now I'm just going to fashion two weirdo teeth in the center. Okay, this might be it. That's going to be his teeth. What do you think? And to get them in there, I'm going to lay on the glue. And just attach them underneath his nose. Playing with his teeth? I should have gone to dental school, right? And I'm going to, I like where they're sitting, I just don't like the angle, so I'm going to put a little more glue and attach them better to the sock in the back there. Teeth are in. Oh, they're not going to come out either. Okay, get the little threads off you. You need something else. And I know what it is. You need nostrils. Okay. Nostrils, and I think you can be released into the wild. I'm finishing off the beaver's face, and I've decided I don't really care for the gray on his face there. And since they come in every color, I can go ahead and give him lips, maybe cheeks. I like the way the teeth are. I like the way the mouth is mobile. I can move the mouth. So I'm just going to cover that up with one piece. He still has his smile. Some of that fur come in and hide some of the glue. I've got his teeth, I've got his nostrils. And one more thing, I want to add some eyebrows. He's got to have eyebrows for more expression. Now, do I want the eyebrows behind his eyes or over his eyes? All right, I'm going to say, even with a little bit of shiny glue on his nose, which I don't mind actually, I'm going to say that our beaver is, I think, done. Would you like to see him? Here he is. There you go. Can I move your mouth a little bit? Not too much, but enough, huh? What do you think? We'll have to find a name for him. But he is very cute. Keep him away from all your trees. And there you have it. I wanted to make a cat today. Didn't work out, did it, guys? But we have a new little friend here, a new puppet, and he is a beaver. We'll have to think of a name for him. You like? I think you're very cute. So if you like what you've seen here today, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. Maybe you could think of a name for our new little friend here, right? See you again.